Hey LEGO fans, welcome back to the channel.
We finally enter a brand new Marvel phase with the upcoming Fantastic Four First Steps movie coming tomorrow, which is quite exciting, but thank goodness. And now just think about it, we just officially got a Lego set back in June, which was the Fantastic Four versus the Galactus construction figure. It's a great start, but let's be honest, we all know that Lego could do so much more with Marvel's first family. So today, we're diving deep into the comics and movies and beyond to imagine the 10 incredible Lego Fantastic Four sets that we absolutely need in store shelves. These are sets that will be epic, innovative, and a whole lot of fun. So let's count them down, starting with number 10. Kicking things off at number 10, we have a classic, the Fantastic Car. Now we see many fan-made versions, but the official Lego set needs to be amazing. There are so many renditions of the set, yet has to fit with other sets that I have upcoming soon, and as well as an idea that would be based off the accuracy of the comics and the movie. So just as a base handle, just imagine the Lego Fantastic Four Fantastic Car from the Lego Marvel Superheroes video game. Each part would have a detachable moment where it will be specific for each team member. Reeds could have a lab station, Sue could be a clear force field piece, Johnny would be of course a massive flame exhaust piece, and Ben would be obviously a reinforced launcher that can shoot him across the sky. This build will be super satisfying and the play value will be off the roof if you assemble and disassemble pods for different missions. It's giving a proper vehicle to a proper superhero group or superhero that deserves a vehicle, unlike Spider-Man or Superman even. But I would love to see a comics rendition or even a unique take of the Fantastic Car. It is a great option for Lego to make, and I hope they make it one day. Now for number 9, you can't have the Fantastic Four without this greatest nemesis, but not just the greatest nemesis for the Fantastic Four now, but for the Avengers and Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars, being none other than Doctor Doom. Number 9 is a set dedicated to the master of Latveria himself. We're talking Doom's Castle, with a twist inspired by more of his temporary shenanigans. This would be like a mid-castle facade with hidden features, a secret entrance, a throne room, a time machine lab, a scroll detector machine from Earth's mightiest heroes. This would include one of the most definitive, most accurate, up-to-date comic book version of Doctor Doom, like the first ever Daily Bugle set where he was in that helicopter. He had a great design back then, but honestly it's time for a little bit of an update. With Lego making sets based off the X-Mansion, the Avengers Tower, the Daily Bugle, the Sanctum Sanctorum, why not Latveria? Because this is Doctor Doom's main base of operations, so why not have him in it? Now number 8 is a reference to one of the first villains of Marvel's first family, that being Mole Man, getting our number 8 spot. This idea for a set could be something like you can say the mix of a set like the Fortnite Battle Bus, where it's a gigantic build with Mole Man controlling him and the Fantastic Four attacking him. This could be even like a multi-level cave system set, where there is collapsing buildings, hidden traps, or even glowing lava details using transparent oranges and red pieces. The main feature could be like a brick build, a gigantic version. And honestly, I'm gonna say this right now, that the idea is trying to make this the most comic accurate possible, not related to the movie version. The movie version suits are amazing, and honestly they feel like they're like a modern representation of the Fantastic Four suits, but I feel like it's not the definitive version of the suits itself. Now let's have a little fun with number 7. It is not in the comics, but it is in a recent movie called Deadpool and Wolverine. And if you're wondering about what I mean by that, well, it's kind of funny because Chris Evans made his first return back into the MCU as his alternate Marvel character that he played, which was Johnny Storm, Human Torch. And honestly, I was thinking, why not we have a set based off Deadpool and Wolverine? Obviously, Lego cannot make rated R films, but they can make at least somewhat smaller versions of sets related to these characters, like how they did with Jedi Bob. I mean, imagine how much surge did he get when his set came out. Imagine that, doing it with Human Torch, Johnny Storm, Chris Evans, and as well as Deadpool from Ryan Reynolds, and a first ever Deadpool minifigure that Lego would make after almost 10 plus years, that has already skyrocketed to like nearly $500 from just one of his figures, which is just insane. This could be just a simple battle pack type of set, or even just a smaller scale set like the Third Burger recently released Third Burger restaurant. That's also a good idea. You can technically create in that aspect of it with the broken Fox logo and everything like that. Now coming in at number 6 is another Fantastic Four villain, which is quite unusual because he's more of a prankster than a real threat, but he is known as the Impossible Man. The set would be like a smaller, vibrant street style scene, like basically an action-packed scene where there are, I don't know, like a brick-built T-Rex over a car, a stack of oversized pancakes, a giant smiling brick version of Impossible Man, or even a version of Impossible Man, since Lego Love Mechs can be put into a mech, or a construction figure like Galactus. Even though it would not be that much of a great idea, having construction figures, since Galactus was the exception. So maybe a brick build version would be a really cool idea to have. And Impossible Man is actually a great villain. It's a fun villain for the Fantastic Four. Now, taking in the number 5 spot is a nod to a newer yet most beloved era of the Fantastic Four, which is none other than the Future Foundation. This would be kind of like a small lab tech playset that highlights the theme's scientific approach. You could have references to Franklin Richards, Valerina Richards. You can have references to even Spider-Man in his white suit, or even Spider-Man in the Bagman suit, which would be a fun idea. Honestly, this would be a shoot for the moon set, but it is one that I thought would be a great idea for people who love the Fantastic Four, especially written by Jonathan Hickman. They had offered a fresh take on the Fantastic Four team with a younger approach, with a more interesting, unique approach, with unique characters. So I would love to see that be the case that LEGO could make. Now, everybody remember that Shadow the Hedgehog headset where they built the head of Shadow the Hedgehog? It was just so weird, and it felt like an incomplete mess without having the entire body of Shadow, which this YouTuber designed it perfectly. At number 5, I would really want to have a LEGO version of the Silver Surfer's Cosmic Surfboard. Another example we would have to bring up is Wolverine's claws. That looked amazing. Iron Man's gauntlet looked amazing. The Infinity Gauntlet looks spectacular. But imagine the Silver Surfers. That would be a marvelous piece and one of the most iconic pieces, especially in LEGO Marvel's history, as the entire first game revolved around his surfboard and the cosmic bricks. And this would be a really, really cool idea. Have a Silver Surfer minifigure, which could be the new Silver Surfer that's releasing in tomorrow's film, or even the Silver Surfer from the original comics, or even the reference to the original Silver Surfer from LEGO Marvel Superheroes 1. All these options are great, and I would love to see like a brand new design of how LEGO is doing the Marvel helmets and busts, but deciding to continue on the trend of doing objects with Silver Surfer's surfboard. This would be really a gorgeous display piece, especially for people who are surfers as well. Now we reach the top 3 sets that I would love to personally see. Alright, with number 3, we are going big. This set is for Cosmic level fans. This is a huge battle pack. This would be based on the Annihilation Wave Invasion. The Fantastic Four has faced some of the biggest threats in the universe, Galactus, Doctor Doom, yet the event of the Annihilation Wave is one of the coolest. This set could feature the iconic portal fight where Johnny Storm sacrifices himself, but Johnny Storm in that iconic, that amazing design of Johnny Storm, and which honestly looks so amazing. And I would really hope for like a big freak version of Annihilus, or even a robotic version of Annihilus. This set would have an epic scale, would be packed with many play features, not like the stupid Avengers Final Battle set, or the stupid Civil War set, or even the stupid Age of Ultron set. This would be a set that celebrates Fantastic Four's role as cosmic space travelers and heroes. Now, the top 2, a lot of people have been saying they want these type of sets for years, so I'm gonna be one of them and I'm gonna say it. Starting off with number 2, we need a buildable Galactus. I know LEGO has already released a construction figure. In fact, I'm looking at it right now and I see how good it looks, how beautiful it looks, but I feel like there could be a bigger size. I'm looking at certain brands that showcases these giant mocks of Mario, of Luigi, and they look so amazing. I'm just thinking, what if Galactus was like this? What if we had a brick built Galactus, similar to even how Ant-Man was when he was in the Civil War set, the original Civil War Airport Final Battle set? That would be an amazing. That would truly break the internet and even our wallets. This set can include so many different people, so many hurls of Galactus, Tyrak, Silver Surfer, and so much more. Even they can reference Iron Man when he was a hurl of Galactus, or so many unique different versions they can do with this idea. But this would be technically a masterpiece for any LEGO collector, any Marvel Fantastic Four fans especially. Now, the big one, the main one of them all, the one set I want, the one that will basically complete the iconic members of Marvel's iconic building and skyscrapers and towers. It's none other than the Baxter Building. I feel like this is the last piece of the puzzle. We got Spider-Man's Daily Bugle set that referenced all the Spider-Man characters. We got the Avengers Tower, which represents the entirety of the Avengers. We got the Milano, which represented the Guardians of the Galaxy. We even got in the Sanctum Sanctorum that represents Doctor Strange. And last but not least, we got the X-Mansion for representing the X-Men. Now, what about Marvel's first family? What about last Marvel's iconic team-up group? Other than the Inhumans, like Black Bolt and Jluck. But the Baxter Building is a no-brainer. Imagine that modular building even referencing how the movie was with a nice curved architectural style. But I would prefer the comic-based one since they already made Spider-Man as a comic-based, they made X-Men as a comic-based, they even make the Avengers Tower. They may have based off the first two films, but it still felt more comic accurate than it felt movie accurately, in which I would really love to see it. I would love to see the docking station for the Fantastic car that we suggested back in number 10. I would even suggest for the minifigure lineup, since this would be a modular building, I would love to see characters in like the Fantastic Four. I would love to see Spider-Man Bagman suit. I would love to see various members of characters who has been Fantastic Four members. She-Hulk, Ghost Rider, Wolverine. I would love to even see how Herbie would be involved. Herbie looks like a massive, a fun character in the new, even characters and villains like Puppet Master, the Super Skrull, even Doctor Doom in a new attire. I mean, you can have an endless amount of media for Fantastic Four, because one of the Fantastic Four's biggest strength is not just the dynamic between the families, the cool sci-fi version and technology, but mostly the villains. We all boast about how Spider-Man, Batman have all the amazing villains. Even the X-Men people boasted about. But you know who has the more better villain? The Fantastic Four themselves. Honestly, I would say this is a no-brainer whatsoever to have them here. And honestly, this is without a doubt one of the holy grail sets that I would personally want to get on day one, no matter what. So Lego, please, next year, 2026, let's get the Baxter Building, and I am there day one at your store. But honestly, ladies and gentlemen, I am quite excited for the new movie. It looks like a breath of fresh air take. These are just the top 10 of like hundreds and hundreds of sets that I would love to see Lego make for the Fantastic Four. I wish one day they can continue building onto the theme like how Spider-Man and Batman have been carrying for years. So what do you think? Did I miss any ideas or any fun villains or characters that you had in mind that you would love to see Lego make? Let me know down in the comments below. Be sure to like this video, subscribe for more Fantastic content, and hit that bell so you don't miss my next video. Until then, keep on building, and I'll see you next time, everyone. Bye-bye.